company called Guided Choices. I have had the great opportunity to work with the She Rises community in writing books. And also, I now have a new book coming out with them called Mom Entrepreneur. So look for the upcoming books with us. Very much my excitement with She Rises is they got me to the place of being able to share my story, especially when we talk about the topic we've chosen today. What's love got to do with it? Lots. So, number one question for you today and thoughts for you today on this Friday to absorb for the weekend. While you're absorbing them, I'm finishing up my book title, and hopefully Adriana isn't going to come after me. So she's the book police. So anyway, what does love have to do with it? When or do you love yourself? That's a big challenge. And when we grow up into this world that we're in, we find all the reasons not to love ourselves. And we want to be able to love someone else. But the reality is that unless we love us, our love can't be given away and shared. And that's why we have divorces, arguments, difficulties in life. So what we do as women and as children, and happy Women International Month, isn't it great that we're celebrating ourselves and other women across the world? And don't forget about the women in Ukraine. Those women are amazing. And those young girls and children are amazing. Please continue to keep them in your thoughts. So we put that mask on. What happens with that mask? It protects us. And we show this smile. And we show that we're pretty or we're attractive. But when you take that mask off, we absolutely don't know what inside is going on. So we begin to look, and we look at, what can I do to love myself? For me, I grew up in a family where I really didn't feel love. It was a stressful situation, a situation where, I had two toxic parents. That's the best way to describe it. And so learning to love myself was really, really hard. And I don't think that I learned to love myself until I was about 40. Scary, isn't it? But I had other people loving me, and they helped me go down that path and helped me get there. So, look at who's in your life that does love you. And do they love you unconditionally? When someone loves you unconditionally, it really helps you begin to be able to love yourself, understanding that people want to love you. And so they share their love for you. And you sit there and go, put my mask on and go, I'm not deserving of love. I'm da-da-da-da-da-da. I can't da-da-da-da-da. But in reality, they're your support to get to on your journey to love yourself. For me, it was the love of having children, the love of being a mom. It was the best thing I ever did. And it was the fact that this baby or this 45-year-old woman now loves me for who I am. She tells me when I mess up. She tells me when I do something great. But the most important thing is that when she says that, because she loves me and I love her and I love myself, I can accept that thought. We want to accept the thoughts from others so that we can help ourselves go in and figure it out. A lot of us don't believe that we were deserving of love. I did not. I did not. When you have a mom and a dad who you don't feel it, you feel that they put clothes on your back and they send you off to school and they say, okay, here it is. But in reality, when I was raised, they didn't have tools. Nobody taught them how to do that. And so what happened for me was I became a mom without any tools. And so without those tools, I had to find other people outside of my family, outside of my children. So I seeked other women that I admired. It's just like what happens here at She Rises. We listen to other women's stories, their challenges, we read their books, and we realize we're all in this together. And as Hannah says, we're a tribe, and we are. But the most important thing for me is that just because I didn't get my tribe together and learn my lessons till later, I don't want that to happen for young women or even young men. I want our kids to take their mask off and realize that they are unique and amazing. But it's not easy. It's not easy when everybody else is telling them who they are or who they want them to be. If you're a mom, sometimes we make that mistake. Sometimes we do. And it's not out of doing it, but sometimes it's out of just not knowing anything different, especially if you didn't have a mom to walk your journey with you that showed you love, or a dad. We're going to go into Easter time and celebration time, and for me that's we're in Lent right now, and Lent's a really good time to really look at the fact that you are loved by someone divine who has brought you into this earth. But that person, man, woman, whatever, believes he gave you what is necessary to make a difference for yourself and for the people you touch. I was reading a thing and I posted on my Facebook page about my name. And it really says who I am. It really says I was put here and I am, and my name said I'm going to have to be resilient. And I have. It also said that one of my challenges is everybody else comes first. And that was a hard lesson for me. My children were first. My job was first. But I didn't take care of me. And I think many of us as women do that. We don't take care of us. And a lot of times it's because we don't see what other people say. And so if we take that time and wake up in the morning and look at our affirmations of, I am loved, I am special, thank you. Thank you for another day. It's hard, but somebody believes in you. And in reality, there's a whole community, a whole tribe here that believes in you at She Rises. I feel the love of the women in this community every day. And when I don't feel love for myself real strong, I can flip on the Facebook page or get a text or something from one of them and know there is my unconditional love. There is reminding me that I was given gifts to share, but I have to take care of me first. So that's what love has to do with it. Love is the essential part. We were brought in this world to be loved and to love ourselves first. Loving ourselves is an essential part to being successful. It's not easy always being an entrepreneur. I share with Hannah, I'm getting ready to jump in 2 weeks, to go to the National After School Conference and stand in front of all these other people and say, I didn't learn how to love myself, but it was the people who were in my life who gave me that recognition that that was something I needed to do. So as I get ready for this challenge, a big one for me and Chatter Girls, we're taking Chatter Girls to market and we're moving to the West. So join the Chatter Girl movement, join us and join this movement to help young girls love themselves. Because if we start early and we prepare those girls with the tools and with their tribes, they will be successful entrepreneurs, women, moms. They are our coming generation. We are laying that foundation for them. Make sure that when you do something with a young girl, that you remind her that she's unique, that her love for herself can show in anything that she does. You know, when I listen to the experience in Ukraine right now, and sometimes I listen on the TV and I'm listening to this girl who is 10 years old. And her world has just been taken away from her. But you can hear inside of her, she has a love of country, a love of family. And she has belief that whatever she does is a service to others. And as she serves others, she begins to feel that love for herself. Because loving yourself will beat all the odds, no matter what. And we need and want to beat the odds. We want to be successful. We want to change the world. It's our time and it's our opportunities. When you're a grandmother, you really know that everything that you've done is laying a foundation for those children coming behind. And maybe if you made mistakes, your child learned from your mistakes so that they can even make it better for theirs. We're in a stressful situation right now. We need to remember what we have, but we mostly need to remember who we are and what our qualities are and what we love about ourselves. So I'm going to end on this note today, and here it is. At 30, I realized that I was loved by so many and that I wasn't allowing myself to feel that love because I didn't love myself. So think about that feeling. Do you love yourself? And what are the qualities that you have? I couldn't speak at 30, especially not to all of you out there in this world. But here now I can. I can tell my story and I can share one of the most important things for me, which is to love myself and to love the other people in the world that I have touched their lives. Because by touching their lives, I continue to love the world and the future. This is Alicia Marcus Birong. Thanks for listening to me on She Rises today. Remember, Chatter Girls is coming to Vegas in May, but I'm coming in March. So if you're around for National After School Conference, come and see me. And remember, Chatter Girls is going to change the way those girls look at themselves so that they can love themselves starting from 8 to 14. And they are going to be amazing women in the International Women's Day. I will be so excited to celebrate that in the continuing years in those young girls as they become women. Thank you for listening on She Rises, and we'll talk soon. Have an amazing day.